W8VPV repeater.
So they're really gathering it up there. So, and that's what I was kind of wondering about the service. So I still have my other phone yet, and see how this one's doing. But so far, you know, I've gotten service everywhere that I've went with this phone. So that's a good thing. I know back when we had that power outage because of the windstorm, that sheer windstorm, why a lot of people couldn't talk, but my old flip phone, man, it didn't need much. I could talk and carry on, where other people, all they could do was text. 88 NEO.
Yeah, well, it works out that way sometimes. I've had a lot of services over the year. I had I don't even know what they call it, but Google had a service, and I had service through them. And the old Toucan software company out of Canada, they still got a service. I forget what it was. They had the best customer service area ever, but the carrier they were piggybacking on wasn't real reliable. Can't even think of the name of that. I had T-Mobile, AT&T. This pickup's got an AT&T cellular system in it, but I've got to turn it off. I don't pay for it. It costs you every month. They still talk to it and send me a list of diagnostic once a month to my email, even without me paying for the service. But, if I was driving along like I used to, I'd probably have kept it. But the first year I had the truck or so, I did keep it because my grandson was still riding with me a lot, and the cellular service wasn't quite as good in 2018. So we would. As I carried him, hauled him to hockey games, he'd be using his phone on it. Anyhow, I'm going to sign with you because it sounds like the net should be starting here in about 3 minutes. And if you're still around, maybe I'll talk to you on the way home. Who knows? What other band you listen to, though? You might let me know that, or you listen on VHF, or you down on HF somewhere. W8VPV, be on your final, Daryl.
Yeah, I'm listening at 3.919, 3919 there. Listen to them guys down there. Okay, take her easy. We'll clear the band here so it can carry on. Thanks for having me riding along. 88 NEO.
W8WOO repeater. Net. W8WOO repeater, 147.21 megahertz, PL 88.5.
Hey, 8H&K for a quick radio check. K8HNK, this is KC8HDP. You are full quieting into the repeater, Elmer. Okay, I'm just messing from a base station here in Akron. Just wanted to see you. This is the W8WOO repeater, correct? That is correct.
Okay, thanks for coming back to me. I'm going to hop up here on QSY over to the 147.360 for the West Park Radio Net. Thanks for coming back to me. K8H&K back over to you. Clearing your final.
Well, good to hear you on the repeater, Elmer, and yeah, be on it any time. K8HNK, this is KC at HTP, Jerry and Shreve clear.
Good evening, and welcome to the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club's Monday evening transmission of Amateur Radio Newsline. My name is Russ, and my call is KDA-VYT. But for this presentation of Newsline, I will be using the club call Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Without further ado, this is Amateur Radio Newsline.
Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2458 with a release date of Friday, December 6th, 2024, to follow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The following is a QST. Satellites get the okay for direct-to-cell phone service. At 2 universities in India, ham radio is not just academic, and repeaters in the Pacific Northwest light up with a flurry of FM activity. All this and more as Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2458 comes your way right now.
From around the world, this is Newsline, Amateur Radio's independent, on-the-air news and bulletin service. And now reporting from Valparaiso, Indiana, here's Paul Brown, WD9GCO.
Our top story this week comes from Washington, D.C., where Starlink satellites recently received the FCC's go-ahead to provide emergency service for mobile phones, particularly in emergencies. Ken Peterson, KC0DGY, brings us up to date.
SpaceX has received permission to provide Starlink satellite service to cellular phones in areas of the U.S. where terrestrial networks do not operate. The Federal Communications Commission gave its approval in late November for direct-to-cell capability known as supplemental coverage from space, using second-generation Starlink satellites that will be launched soon. There will be as many as 7,500 of these new satellites that will be capable of providing this kind of mobile phone service. SpaceX has a lease agreement with cellular provider T-Mobile for this service in the continental U.S., Hawaii, Alaska, and Puerto Rico. Earth-to-space communications will occur on the frequency range between 1910 and 1950 megahertz. Space-to-Earth communications will use the range between 1990 and 1995 megahertz. The FCC, dated November 26th, said that direct-to-cell capability is designed to provide a more robust link to emergency services when severe weather or other conditions do not make it possible. The FCC said that before Starlink can provide this service to mobile phones outside the United States, it would need permission and licenses from those countries' governments. The FCC said that various subbands between 1429 and 2690 megahertz would be used for this purpose. This is Kent Peterson, KC0DGY.
A recent online forum hosted by the Radio Society of Sri Lanka takes a look at how low Earth orbit satellites are changing the world of communication. Graham Kemp, VK4BB, brings us up to date.
Satellites are playing a greater role throughout the world, from communicating directly with mobile phones to providing a network that enables disaster response at different levels. On December 1st, a presentation hosted by the Radio Society of Sri Lanka outlined these revolutionary changes that have been happening in countries throughout the world and the roles that low Earth orbit satellites are playing. The guest speaker was Kusal Opa, VS7KE, BK2KSL, a senior wireless architect based in New South Wales, Australia. The 90-minute session, which was called The Future of Connectivity, was live streamed on YouTube and is still available for viewing at the link in the text version of this week's newscast at arnewsline.org. I'm Graham Kemp, BK4BB.
There's always something fascinating going on with the citizen science team at HamSci, and now there's a new way to keep track of what they're up to. Kevin Trotman, N5PRE, tells us how.
The Amateur Radio Citizen Science Investigation Team, known as HamSci, has begun publishing a new quarterly newsletter focusing on hams and the scientific community. The newsletter, which is delivered as a free download, contains updates on ongoing projects and related activities. HamSci's founder, Nathaniel Frizzle, W2NAF, expects that the new publication will enhance communication among supporters and observers. In addition to bringing readers up to date on various projects, the inaugural issue features a number of profiles of volunteers deeply involved in HamSci's work, including data analyst Gwen Griffiths, G3ZIL. The Whisper enthusiast has been deeply involved in various propagation studies. The newsletter download is available at hamsci.org/newsletter. You can also visit the HamSci website at hamsci.org to add the stream to the mailing list. Kevin Trotman, N5PRE.
Amateur radio operators aren't just communicators, they're teachers. Two groups of these radio teachers visited college campuses in India recently and imparted some important lessons. Here's Jim Meechan, ZL2BHF, with the details.
The first college in India to add amateur radio studies to its undergraduate curriculum hosted a seminar geared towards young ham radio operators on December 1st and administered a test to students seeking the required operating certificate. It was a final exam of sorts for 75 of the undergrads at the Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Centenary College. The date of the program was significant. It marks the 166th birth anniversary of the pioneer scientist Jagadish Bose. The ham radio coursework began conducted by hams of the Indian Academy of Communication and Disaster Management and the West Bengal Radio Club. Now all that's left for the students is to await their test results to learn whether they qualify for the Amateur Station Operator Certificate from India's Ministry of Telecommunications, allowing them to set up stations at home. A few days earlier, on a college campus in Kolkata, 156 students at the Women's Christian College received another kind of lesson in amateur radio. The same two organizations offered an overview of radio's essential role in disaster mitigation. The one-day workshop was led by Debduta Mukherjee, VU3JXA, Savunka Saha, VU3XSO, Sumal Chakraborty, VU3FWK, Snag Biswa, VU2JFA. The college principal said she expected to introduce amateur radio formally into coursework at the school soon. This is Jim Meechan, ZL2BHF.
Half the members of a community service-based amateur radio club in Connecticut turned out to recently provide radio support for a major fundraising road race. The radio team included the youngest member of the club, a newly licensed 10-year-old boy who teamed up with his grandfather. Dave Parks, W8ODF, has that story.
The Manchester Road Race isn't just an established fundraising tradition in Connecticut. It's now a family affair for Jack Robinson, KA1GCZ, and his 10-year-old grandson, Aiden Karp, KC1TWN. Both of them are members of the Bears of Manchester. The club acronym stands for Better Emergency Amateur Radio Service and has a club called WBRS. On Thanksgiving Day, the 28th of November, the two amateurs helped their fellow club members relay information about the whereabouts and well-being of the 12,000 participants running along the 4.7-mile course. They also kept a watchful eye on the more than 30,000 spectators. This kind of public service radio became a regular family affair after Aiden got his license last December, joining his three cousins as well as his aunt and uncle as hams. Jack said Aiden, who is an active member of Bears, also enjoys fox hunting activities that the club hosts and keeping a watchful eye on the weather as a skywarn spotter. Aiden is the youngest amateur to have ever provided this kind of support for the road race, but because the sixth grader has inspired other kids, that might just change soon. Jack told Newsline that ever since Aiden was seen in the spotlight with his radio, lots of area youngsters will be signing up to study for their license. This is Dave Parks, WB8ODF.
Time for you to identify your station. We are the Amateur Radio Newsline, heard on bulletin stations around the world, including the AA9 RT repeater in Shiloh, Illinois, on Sundays at 7 p.m., following the Prime Amateur Radio Association K9JHQ net. If you're involved in using digital modes to deliver vital information during a crisis, or you want to learn more about how others do it, the Utah Digital Communications Conference might be a good place to start. Conference planners are also looking for presenters to share their ideas and methods. Here's Cell MB, KB3TZD, with the details.
Amateurs with insights into some of the roles that digital modes can play in emergency communications are invited to be presenters at the 8th Annual Utah Digital Communications Conference. The one-day event will take place on Saturday, the 22nd of February, on the Miller campus of the Salt Lake Community College in Sandy, Utah. The organizers hope to be able to offer an array of topics, including the use of WinLink, VARA FM, and the Amateur Radio Emergency Data Network, or ARDN. The conference is being held in collaboration with the Utah VHF Society. There is an online form for submitting proposals on the conference website, where you can also find information about attending. Guests under the age of 18 are admitted for free. See the link to the website in the text version of this week's newscast at arnewsline.org. This is Cell MB, KB3ZD.
Yes, there are a lot of opportunities at this time of year to work Santa Claus on the air. But have you ever thought of a QSO with Santa from his QTH near the South Pole? Amateur Radio can make it happen. And John Williams, VK4 JJW, tells us about the magic involved.
If you believe in Santa Claus, and who doesn't, am I right? You probably believe that he lives only at the North Pole. Wrong. Santa has a summer home, and here in Australia, you can find him in Mangara, Western Australia, where he's in his shack, excited to have finally got his Australian call sign. It's VK6 Santa, and he's making good use of it right now through to the 24th of the month by hosting the VK6 Santa Amateur Radio Net. Santa's a very happy new Australian op, and he's spreading holiday cheer. Visit his page on QRZ.com and you'll find that Santa is eager to work local hams as well as some DX. He's on 2 meters as well as 10, 20 and 40 meters. If all you want for Christmas is to get Santa in your Yuletide log, you might just get your wish. This is John Williams, VK4JJW. Ho, ho, ho!
In the world of DX, listen for the Bahrain Amateur Radio Society using the call sign A91ND through to the 16th of December to mark the Kingdom of Bahrain's National Day. QSL via EC6DX. Other amateur radio groups will be joining the celebration on the air, including the Emirates Amateur Radio Society, calling QRZ as A60BHR from the 11th through to the 16th of December. The Saudi Amateur Radio Society will be on the air as HZ1BHR. The Kuwait Amateur Radio Society will be calling as 9K9BHR, and the Royal Omani Amateur Radio Society will be using A43BHR. See QRZ.com for individual call signs for activation and QSL details. Listen for Take, JI3DST, calling QRZ as J6RRR from Miyako Island, IOTA number AS079 through to the 31st of March, 2025. Take will be using a variety of call signs throughout the stay, including JJ5RBH/6, JR8YLY/6, JS6RRR/6, and JS6RRR/P on FT8. Visit the JS6RRR page on QRZ.com for QSL details. On Wake Island, IOTA number OC053, Allen KH7AL is operating as KH7AL/KH9 holiday style. Listen for him on single sideband and some CW on 40, 30, 20, 17, 15, and 10 meters. See QRZ.com for QSL details. The special event call sign PH24XMAS will be on the air to celebrate Christmas and the New Year from the 6th through the 28th of December. The call sign PH25HNY will follow from the 28th of December through to the 5th of January. See QRZ.com for details. For motorists here in the U.S., a roundabout is another word for a traffic circle, the kind of road that isn't always easy to navigate. In 2 western states, however, ham radio operators recently enjoyed a repeater roundabout, and it became a happy weekend journey for an ever-widening circle of friends. For our final story this week, we turn to George Zafiropoulos, KJ6VU.
For the 3rd year in a row, hams in Idaho and Washington State took a special adventure together on dozens of the region's VHF and UHF repeaters. The event was known as the Repeater Roundabout, and this year's roundabout, held on the weekend of November 23rd and 24th, was put together with 186 regional repeaters in 70 radio groups. The event's creator, Quentin, K7DRQ, said the goal has always been simple since the first year, getting hams to people in a way they don't want pervasive. Quentin said it is also a great way to introduce ham radio contesting to those operators who use repeaters. Unlike the roundabouts of the 2 previous years, which counted contacts made on Echolink, IRLP, All-Star, DMR, this year's event was FM only. To help everyone prepare and learn to practice programming their rigs with repeater frequencies, Quentin said participants were provided with a chirp file. Both Quentin and co-organizer Matt, KI6KTE, could readily see that even before all the logs were submitted, there was one early and immediate measure of the roundabout success. Quentin told Newsline, this year a new ham made his very first contact during the event. That turned this particular roundabout into a winner circle. This is George Zafiropoulos, KJ6VU.
You haven't sent in your amateur radio haiku yet for Newsline's Haiku Challenge? Take a break. Go QRT for just a few minutes and set your thoughts down using the traditional haiku format, a 3-line verse with 5 syllables in the first line, 7 in the second, and 5 in the third. Share your ham radio experience poetically and then submit your work on our website at arnewsline.org. With thanks to Amateur Radio Daily, AMSAT News Service, Ars Technica, David Behar, K7DB, the FCC, 425DX News, HamSci, Jack Robinson, KA1GCZ, Millennium Post, NewsWest, Quentin, K7DRQ, QRZ Forums, shortwaveradio.de, Utah Digital Communications Conference, YouTube, Zero Retries Newsletter, and you, our listeners. That's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline. Remind the listeners that Amateur Radio Newsline is an all-volunteer, non-profit organization that incurs expenses for its continued operation. If you wish to support us, please visit our website at arnewsline.org and know that we appreciate you all. We also remind our listeners that if you like our newscast, please leave us a 5-star rating wherever you subscribe to us. For now, with Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York and our news team worldwide, I'm Paul Brown, WD9GCO in Valparaiso, Indiana, saying 73. As always, we thank you for listening. Amateur Radio Newsline is copyright 2024. All rights reserved.
This concludes our Monday evening transmission of Amateur Radio Newsline.
I have been working a little bit in the yard when the weather... by 20 feet, but it's triangular, so it's a bit south of the triangle. The lower end of the triangle is narrower, and I'm trying to clear it out so I can plant grass there, which means removing all of the branches. I'm sorry, not branches, but little trees and everything else that was growing there, including that bad stuff called poison ivy. South of us on this street, some of you heard about the traffic circle. I would say it's about 95% complete, or maybe 98% complete. The sidewalk and finish grading some soil so they can plant grass. The light poles are up, and I don't know if they light up, but they're up, the poles themselves. go down to my street and turn left and go on Mills Road, it's going to be windy around because it's a peanut-shaped traffic circle. It's not just a circle. All right, what else? We already covered the lunch tomorrow at 11:30. Okay, next. I'm cleaning up stuff around here, building up a big box full of floppy disks and hard drives that don't have any life anymore. And I think I just discovered a box of 5 1/4 floppies tonight. 5 1/4. Well, it's stuck under something, and I'm not going to pull it out and cause things to crash while I'm on the net, so I'll find out later what that is. I was not in the 160-meter contest only because I want to work rare DX, and it's not going to be in the contest. I already have what I believe to be the major countries that would be in the contest, and I don't need them. I'm trying to work DX on 160 meters. That's enough. This is W8 Victor Mike. Do we have any more check-ins from the West Park 2-meter net on round 1? Round 2, KE8NN, the mobile guy, Paul, from W8 Victor Mike.
Yeah, Whiskey 8 Victor Mike in the club. Here's KE8NN, Mobile. Wow, that sounds great, everyone. Some really good, nice news here. Yeah, the Golden Corral. I plan to be there with my better half at 11:30 and hope to see a bunch of friendly faces, etc., etc. Bill, that sounds good. You did get Nicobar Island. I was looking at my old notes last week, or maybe it was the week before, and I know I marked down Nicobar Island, and I thought, wow, that is fantastic. And you come back and you say, well, hey, you worked him, did you say you worked him twice? That sounds even better. So, hey, and Ken, I remember once having a meeting, or going to have a meeting, or getting ready for the meeting, and I heard some piano playing, and it was in the next room, jamming on the piano, so that was good. Thank you very much there, Ken, because I appreciated it, so that part's good. And let's see, what else? Tomorrow is the things, whatever it's called, the holiday meal, whatever that is. Oh, yeah. I go to the Dayton Hamvention almost every year, and I was thinking of backing off on that. But for some reason, I end up with my doctors lining up medical appointments in May. So I might be back to Dayton. And being a West Coaster, I go to the Quartz Fest, at least to visit some of the people, but and also a little bit of participation. So I do go to Quartz Fest, which is in Arizona. It's a 5-hour drive from where I live in San Diego, and I like it, but it gets real boring real quick because how many cactus trees can you look at? But they have some good things like my favorite one is the antenna walkabout, and different people with different weird antennas and stuff like that. That's neat. And of course, the part that my wife loves is the pet parade, and all these pets are coming out, and with all the people that are Quartz Fest, they're RVers, and radio operators, and animal lovers, and my wife eats that up. So anyhow, that's my story so far. Back to net control from KE8NN Mobile.
Okay, Paul, thanks. Interesting about the Quartz Fest and other things you discussed. I forgot to mention, okay, I worked the U4A on 20 meters, and since then I've been chasing them on 3 bands with dipoles, and I can't get them on dipoles. Tonight, around 5:45 p.m., our time, it was Bill. He was really active on 30 meters. and all kinds of people being worked, but not me. But I'm going to keep trying. Okay, back to the net KN4 Golf Bravo Oscar Sal in the field from W8 Victor Mike.
W8VPV repeater.
I don't really have much to add. The guy talking about going to Hempbench, and I wish I could. So I did go to the one in Huntsville. I liked that. I need to go again. This timing that was set up. And yeah, it's not. I don't got much. This is Canton full VVO back to net.
Hey, Sarah, thanks a lot for checking in on round 2. And we got one more round after this 7-3 round for the new guys. Bill, any WS from W8 Victor Mike?
W8VM in the group, N8WS and Judy. Okay. Yeah, well, I did get them on 20 and 30 both. And Glenn, I heard them on 30 again this evening around 7 o'clock. He called CQ, but he only calls once, and then he's gone. I don't need him twice on 30, so I didn't bother calling him, but I could hear him. And that was on my vertical. 30 and 40, I got a 40-meter vertical, and 30 and 40 worked really good. And of course, through a tuner, I use it as an all-band antenna. I don't know that I got them on the 160-meter dipole. I don't have them on 160 yet. Probably won't get them there either. I was really kind of trying to get them on 80 meters. That's where I'd really like to get them. We'll see what happens before he leaves. A very weird operator. But he's a good man, you know. He didn't have to go back there, but he did, because he knew that a lot of people that really needed him didn't get him last time he was there. I think the last time was in 2015, and I did not get him back then. So I'm really glad that he went back, because I did get him this time. That's number 342 for me. So, very good. Yeah, the Golden Corral tomorrow at 11:30. I like to get there a little bit early so I can try to get a close-in parking spot. Most of you know I have trouble walking, and it helps if I can get a close-in spot for parking. And my wife loves the place, so do I. The food is always good, and we get real good service from Sarah. She's our normal waitress. So yeah, it's really a good place. And Paul, I'll be glad to see you again. We haven't seen you for at least a year. So that'd be great. You and your wife show up there. And let's see. Let me break for time. Okay. Wife and I went shopping this morning. We let's see, we went there. We went to Norwalk to get her driver's license. So while we were there, we did a little bit of shopping. I bought me an 8-inch frying pan, but I didn't get it. And then they overcharged me on some garlic that I bought, and I thought they overcharged me on the onions that I bought. So I had to go back. That was 2 drives. It's about not quite 20 miles each way. It adds up to 80 miles, and I'm too tired. I'll sleep good tonight, I'll guarantee you. Yeah, I had to go back, and I finally got it all straightened out. Got my frying pan and came back home. So, it turned out to be kind of a strange day today. It rained quite a bit today. Later.
Good evening. Calling all amateur radio operators. Welcome to the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Monday night VHF UHF net. My name is John and my call is W03X. However, for the purposes of this net, I'll be using the club call Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. This is an open directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in. You do not have to be a club member. All traffic will go to net control, and since emergency traffic may break in at any time, please leave a brief pause between transmissions. The purpose of this net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of amateur-related ideas and information to enhance net operating practices and to keep members up to date about club happenings. This net meets here every Monday evening at 8:30 p.m. local time, preceded by amateur radio Newsline at 8:01. We will start with announcements and then ask for check-ins from any officer or member who has an announcement of general interest to the club. Once that is complete, I'll take check-ins, call signs only, 5 at a time, and confirming each call. Then I'll correspond with those 5 check-ins and ask for 5 more until the activity slows down, and then I'll go 1 at a time. If you're a regular participant, I'll probably recognize you by call sign. If not, give your call repeated phonetically, followed by your name and your location. When all check-ins have been corresponded with, I will repeat the announcements and then give one last call for check-ins. We also operate a band exploration net at 9:30 p.m. after this net. Please join us if you have the privileges and equipment. The net this evening at 9:30 is on 10 meters on or about 28.360 megahertz upper sideband. Here are the announcements. This Thursday is the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Christmas dinner. It will be at the New Era restaurant. And so if you look at the newsletter or at the website, www.cfarc.org, there's a link there to sign up for the Christmas dinner so that we can tell the restaurant how many are going to attend. The newsletter came out today, and it mentions in there a general license exam preparation that runs from January 12th, 2025 to February 16th, 2025. So any person with a technician license who would want to upgrade to the general, take a look at that license exam preparation, and maybe it would help you get your general license. That's all that I have in the way of announcements at this time. So let's see, are there any officers or members who have an announcement of general interest to the club? This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor.
W8VPV announcement.
W8EZT, you got that scratchiness there again. Now go ahead, Frank.
I don't know what's going on with this. Hang on a second.
It was good there.
Doing any better?
It was good when you said, I don't know what's going on here. I'll take a look at it.
Okay, how's this working? Am I getting through okay now?
It's working.
Great. First, I want to just publicly extend a sincere thank you to Net Control tonight, John, for his help this weekend, and Bruce, a.k.a. B. The two of them and I got a chance to work out at the clubhouse for several hours. We got the coax and a support system for it running from the tree to the building window. We've got the coax inside. We have everything connected up to the antenna. And with that in mind, this weekend, the ARRL is having a 10-meter contest, phone and CW. People are tied up Saturday, but Sunday we're going to try to open up the clubhouse, and any technician who would like to get on 10 meters, single sideband, learn how to tune it in and make some contacts is certainly invited. And of course, any ham that doesn't have a station, or for that matter, even if you do have a station, you're certainly invited to come out to the clubhouse and make some contacts. This is going to be the first time we've done anything like this, so there's going to be some experimentation going on, but we're hoping to get some people out there and to have some fun. If you are interested in doing this, please email Anthony, K8ZT@cfarc.org, and let him know. And I would imagine we'll be there from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. or even later if people want to keep doing that. So if you're interested in getting some operating time on HF, we're going to give it a try this weekend and see if we can't get the W8VPV station clubhouse on the air. That's all I've got, John. We'll see everybody at the Christmas party Thursday. Back to net, W8ECT.
Okay, Frank. I assume that you got the connector on to the inner end of the coaxial cable after I left, right?
Well, kinda.
Okay. I sent you an email on my not the Gmail, but the Hotmail account, asking you about an item that I saw. Two items that I saw at the in the storeroom there. You can just answer them at your leisure. There's no urgency on that. Over.
Okay, very good. I'll look at that when I get a chance here. I just sat down in front of the computer, so I will see that in a minute or two. And other than that, nothing to report. So very good. We'll hand it back to you. W8ECT, back to net.
Okay, Frank, very good. Thanks for checking in. 73, have a good evening, and I'll be operating the 10-meter net here this evening also. Let's see, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Are there any other officers or members who have an announcement of general interest to the club? Okay, not hearing any. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John, W03X, at the mic, asking for check-ins. I'll take 5 at a time. Let me acknowledge each call sign one at a time.
Alpha Charlie 8 X-Ray Oscar.
Alpha Charlie 8 X-Ray Oscar, I have you on here, Vince. Another check-in, please. Was that Alpha Victor 3 Kilo?
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, WV3K.
Okay, WV3K, okay. We'll get back with you in a minute here. Another check-in, please.
Kilo Echo 8, Romeo Foxtrot Kilo.
KE8F KE8 or RFK, I have you. Another check-in, please.
For 8 Bravo Alpha Yankee, N8BAY, Ralph and Stowe, in and out.
Okay, I got Larry, K8PU, and I got Ralph, N8BAY, in and out. Thanks, Ralph, 73, and have a good evening. So one more.
Kilo Bravo 8, Victor Hotel Kilo, John and Kenmore, in and out.
Okay, I got KB8, UHK, in and out. Thanks for checking in. And one more.
Alpha 8 Radio, Charlie, November.
WA8RCN, I have you in. Okay, so let's go up to Vince. AC8XO, go ahead, Vince, with your comments. Vince, your signal was real scratchy there. Could you increase your power or move? Maybe you're on a handheld. Maybe you could move to a higher spot. Over.
Yeah, my radio's acting stupid.
There you go. That was the best you had there, Vince.
Yeah, my radio's acting stupid. It's either me or the radio, one or the other. I'm standing here in my family room with the handheld. So all I had was, if everything's okay with the newsletter, fine. If you got a comment or a complaint, send them to me. Alpha Charlie 8 X-Ray Oscar.
Okay, Vince. Thanks, Ray. Yeah, that came through real good there, Vince. So everybody heard that. Let me put Ray on the list here, and let's see. So have a good evening there, Vince. So next was W8VPV. Go ahead with your comments. Okay, very good. Thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, let's see now. Next was KE8RFK. Go ahead with your comments.
This is KE8RFK. The name is Scott. Yeah, I got on here a couple weeks ago. I was on my mobile and I couldn't get into the repeat, couldn't get in to hear you guys. Finally, I was messing around today and I think I talked to Vince because he was Scratchy. Whoever was Scratchy was on here. But yeah, I think I talked to him and so hey, I got my radio working. Yeah, I just moved down here from Michigan. I'm over here on Ira by Kenmore. I've been over here about 2 months now. Moved over here from Medina. I was staying in Medina in my brother-in-law's house until we found a place. But yeah, we're just moving down here. I'm glad to be on the net finally. And you guys having a 10-meter net tonight at, what is it, at 9 o'clock after this on, what is it, 28,360? It's funny because up in Michigan we used to have a net on Wednesdays on 28,365. That's funny. But yeah, it's nice getting on here. Nice to have somebody to talk on the radio too, because I can never get nobody on the radio. I got lucky and got Vince. I got somebody on Simplex too. But yeah, it's nice. I just wanted to get on here and give a shout out to you guys since I got somebody to talk to finally. Put this radio to use. Yeah, I'm running an ICOM 746 Pro. It's a pretty good little radio. It's my first radio. I got a technician. I've been trying 2 years doing a practice test to do my general. I just can't get past 30% on that. It's just not clicking for me. So I guess I'm going to be stuck with my technicians until whenever. But yeah, all right, let's give it back to net control. I just wanted to check in with you guys, and I'll stick around for a few minutes. This is KE8RFK. Back to you.
Okay, Scott. Yeah, the 10-meter net. Well, it varies on which Monday of the month it is. So the first Monday of a month, it's the 9:30 net is on 6 meters, and then on the second Monday at 9:30, it's on 10 meters. So that's 9:30. And the frequency is 28.360, and I'll be the net control for that also. So I'll be listening for you, and what I might do is I have a beam antenna. It's horizontal. I'll point it down toward your way. You say you're in Kenmore, so I'll point it to the southwest. And I'll probably, even though if you're running vertical, I'll probably still be able to hear you better with the horizontal if I don't hear you on the vertical here. Okay, so yeah, that's 9:30, and also in the announcements here. From starting January 12th, going to February 16th, is a general license exam preparation. So you might be interested in that. Go to our website, www.cfarc.org, and look for that general license exam preparation.
Roger that. I'll do that. Thanks a lot. And what frequency do you guys use for 6 meters?
We use the N8XPK. Oh, no. Yeah. 6 meters. Yeah, we're on upper sideband 50.270 megahertz. And that'll be on the first Monday of the month. And then there's a 6-meter net on Sunday evenings at 7 p.m. That's on the N8XPK 6-meter repeater, which has, let's see, you transmit on 52.170 and receive on 53.170. And for where you are, I'd say use the Medina input, which has a PL tone of 114.8.
Okay,
I'll have to give that a try. I had, when I was living in Medina with my brother-in-law, there's one frequency I was getting a repeater on 6 meters. I'm not sure, I forget where it was at. I think it was down south of Wadsworth. I can't remember, but yeah, I was getting on there and talk to a guy. I'd get on there, but yeah, I appreciate everything. I'm gonna look into all this. All right, well, thanks a lot, and let's give it back to you.
Okay, Scott 73, have a good evening, and maybe you'll get your general license there. So thanks for checking in. Okay, let's see. So next was Larry, K8PU. Go ahead, Larry, with your comments. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor.
Good evening, John. Yeah, nothing exciting on Oakwood. And it isn't 85 or even sunny, but not bad for this time of year. I understand our temperature's about 15 or 20 degrees higher than that. It's normal or something. I'll take that. Okay, John, like I say, nothing to report, so one for the numbers, and I'll catch you over on 10 meters. Yeah, 10 meters, 9:30, so back to you, W8VPV, K8PU.
Okay, Larry, very good. Yeah, no sun shining and 80 degrees, but it wasn't too bad today. Yeah, I look forward to talking with you on 10 meters this evening. Okay, let's see. So NABAY was in and out, and KB8UHK was in and out. So that takes us to Jim, WA8RCN. Go ahead, Jim, with your comments. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor.
W8 Victor Papa Victor from W8RCN. Okay, John, doing a good job there, and say hi to everybody on the net tonight. And yeah, we just kind of been doing a lot of contesting here every weekend, every other weekend, running the antennas for the Gambit after I got them all up in October and running all the radios and checking everything out. And hey, everything's performing well. Did the 160 meter contest this last weekend. And got an inverted L up for that. It's vertically at 60 feet, and it goes out 70 feet horizontal. And, you know, as you well know, it's a nighttime contest. The absorption rate's too high during the day, so there's nobody on during the day, so you operate when it's dark, and that's it. But anyway, we did some operating Friday night and Saturday night, and ended up with about 611 contacts on CW and about 75 sections in about 7 countries. So the antenna performed, I think, that's the first time I really even used it on 160. So worked out real well. So then we'll try the 10 meter contest this weekend and see how that one goes. So it's just one after another until they're over. I think 10 meters is the last one, and then after that it's the VHF QSO party in January, and then the 2 DX contests, ARRL, in February and March, and then we're done. So anyway, just you know, old man with the toy here, playing around, just having a good time. So W8VPV, W8RCN, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. I think there's another 160 meter. I think it may only be sideband. I forget, but it may be a CQ worldwide, 160 meter or something like that. Over.
Forgot about that. There's that, and then there's a Stu Perry one too. I think that's later on, end of January or end of February or something. But yeah, you're right. There are 2 more on the 160, so which will be good because. That's about the only time I get on 160 is during the contest. You know, I listened all the way up to the contest for about 2. There's nobody on the 160 at all. W1AW, that was it. I was like, wow. But then when the contest came this week, past week, you couldn't find a place to call CQ. So that's the way it goes, I guess. Go ahead.
Yes, and also December 30th, Monday, December 30th is the 5th Monday of December. And so this band exploration net at 9:30 will be on 160 meters on or about 1887 kilohertz, and we're going to do AM.
That'll be interesting. You know, which I'll say one more thing, and then I'll throw back to you and let somebody else do some talking. But you know, these darn bands are open and nobody's on. That's part of the problem. I was on this past week too, listening on 10 meters, never heard a signal. Sideband CW. Same thing on 15. Same thing on 20, and a couple on 10, and then a bunch on 40. And I went back to 15. I was kind of listening. All of a sudden, I heard it was UA0 something or other. He was like 10 over S9, and I'm going. If he's coming through 10 over, and guess what? The band's nobody's on. You know, it's just kind of bizarre. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's well, I guess people are at work or whatever, so that's the way that goes. Okay, very good. So maybe we'll hear you on 10 meters this evening, and so I'll clear with you and 73, and have a good evening. So next we have Ray, WA4WGA. Go ahead, Ray, with your comments.
And as we wait for the commercial, from the thriving metropolis of Talmadge, it is WA4WGA. And I was just going to say something about the previous station's audio. I got to wonder if he's not using some kind of processor, because his audio sounded better going through the repeater than anybody else's. I mean, that was broadcast quality audio there. RCN, I think it was. Jim, if you got your name right, that was broadcast quality audio. So you'll have to tell me how you were doing that. And while we're on the subject of repeaters, drop 145.49 is back on the air. Rick Deaver, WB8UTW, took down the UHF machine and moved the frequency he uses to 145.49 with a 110.9 PL. I'd have to pay a little bit more attention to catch the call sign. I caught it once and it slipped through my mind, but program that frequency in your scanners or in your radio, and maybe you'll get the call sign, and maybe you'll be able to work it. I don't know how high he's got the antenna, but that machine is back on the air. 145.49 in the past drop was AL7OP's frequency until he passed away. And like I said, now Rick Deaver has that frequency. Nothing going on over here. I have a scan next Wednesday. They're going to scan the coconut, see if all of the brains are still in there. That's at 10:30 next Wednesday morning. Oh, fun, fun, fun. And I have 2 more appointments, and then appointment season will come to an end, he says, hopefully. Now, if only I had a 220 HT, which I don't, I could play around on 224.06 with some of the guys I used to talk to on 09. Anyway, that's it from here at the old folk home. Good job as always, John, but you still eat your microphone. Don't ask me why. W8VPV from WA4WGA.
45.49 is back on the air there. So very good. Good luck with all those physical tests there, and we'll listen for you down the pipe here. Okay, so that takes us to the bottom of the list. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W8VPV at the mic asking for check-ins.
Whiskey 8, Whiskey Bravo Victor. This is Kilowatt Echo number 8 Queen John in Copper Falls. Copy.
KE8Q, I have you, John. We'll get back with you in a moment. Another check-in, please.
K8HMS.
K8HMS, I have you, Steve. Another check-in, please.
K8WTK. I'm not going to be around if you don't call quick. I'm heading home from Kent.
Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Was there somebody trying to check in from Kent? Over. There may have been a double.
Fox Queen Victor, evening, John. Well, head home. I just want to know, is there going to be a program on Thursday at the Christmas party?
That's Mark, there, John.
Yeah, I hear him now. Thanks, Ray. Well, Mark, I don't know. I know that our party is Thursday, and so is the Silver Creek Amateur Radio Association. And sounds like you know of maybe two more. So we'll get back with you in a moment there, Mark. Let's see. So this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-in.
K8WTK.
Yeah, we got you, Bill. Okay, we'll go up to back up to the top. So KE8Q, John, go ahead with your comments. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W8VPV just up the trail from you as a net control station.
Okie dokie. Good evening to everyone. We're just sitting here with our little HD. So far, that's as far as we got. We're trying to make a station there. We used to have a station, but we had some problems, and we ended up closing all that out, selling it. My wife passed on, and I was in the hospital for a long time. So it's always good when you're still running around, be able to do it. Yeah, there's a lot of things we did. We spent a little bit of 6-meter. Used to have the guy that ran 6-meter repeater. I forget his call. It's been a few years ago. But anyway, he was right across the street from me, so I had a good time on 6 meters. Okay, back to net control there. This is Victor Papa 8. Victor Papa. This is KE8Q.
Okay, John. Yeah, this is the club call, Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor, W8VPV. And my call sign is W8VPV, and I'm just up Portage Trail from you a little ways. And on the just off of just beyond the water tank there, across from the new school construction. Okay, thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, let's see. So next is Steve, K8HMS. Go ahead, Steve, with your comments.
Okay, John. Yeah, I had to switch to 440. You have a copy on me?
Yeah, it sounds better than when you checked in, so, okay, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, for some reason 2 meters was messing up the TV that my wife was watching, don't know why. Anyway, yeah, thanks for running the net. Good evening to you, good evening to everybody. And, yeah, listening to Jim there, RCN, with everybody he got on 160. Of course, you know, I got really no antenna for it or anything, but I'm lucky to get out of the state of Ohio, hi, for the contests I get in on 160. And usually I do too much because it messes up every TV in the house, you know, running a 60-foot long wire for 160 just doesn't work too well. Anyhow, give it back to you there. Hopefully look for you on 10 and see you Thursday night, W8VPV, KHMS.
Okay, Steve. Yeah, see you Thursday there, and I'll listen for you on 10 meters. Okay, so next is Bill, KA8WTK. Go ahead, Bill, with your comments.
W8VPV, KA8WTK, Bill in Talmadge. Not much going on here, John. I was just poking around tonight inside of another old radio. Got a 1941 Zenith Companion radio. It's an AM band portable radio that was the companion to the first radios that they referred to as a transoceanic. Just introduced, 41 before the war started, and it's a cool little radio, simulated alligator, brown alligator finish on it everywhere. It's kind of neat. So hope to get it running before too long here. Back to net control, W8VPV, KA8WTK.
Okay, Bill, very good. Yeah, those old radios are a lot of fun there, so have fun with that. And let's see, are you going to be on the 10-meter net this evening?
Probably will be.
Okay, I'll listen for you. Okay, thanks for checking in, and probably hear you later. So next is Mark, KC8FQV. Your signal was real scratchy there, Mark, but go ahead. I'll try to pull you out.
John, KCFG. Yeah, I'm down at P-Cars. We had our club meeting, dinner, and holiday party. Yeah, that's right at 261 and Mosley Road I'm at. So I just wanted to stop in since I'm closer. And I was wondering what they were going to do Thursday night at the meeting. Yep, you're right. There's two club functions going on Thursday. The Bow and the Silver Creek group. And Silver Creek's going to be with Wooster, too. They're coming over. KCWB.
Yeah, okay, Mark. Yeah, your signal was a lot better that time. So, yeah, that's something that both of our clubs are having that dinner on that same day. So thanks for checking in, and I'll probably hear you tomorrow on the W8WKY net there at 8 o'clock. 7-3, and have a good evening. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W03X at the mic asking for check-ins.
APU recheck.
KAPU, go ahead, Larry.
John, I just seen a couple days ago on Facebook that Ken Cormack passed away. KE8 DPF used to be our vice president. 61 years old, I think. I haven't seen any obituary or anything, but there was something on there in friends or somebody made a comment. It was just a few days ago. I don't know. But I don't know if we can find out any more about it or not. But anyways, that's all I can say. Ken Cormack passed away a few days ago.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, I hadn't heard anything from him for a while. Yeah, he had moved down to Exchange Street there. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. He was a lot younger than either of us, so okay. Thanks for letting me know. That's KEADPF. Thanks, Larry. Okay, so this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W03X at the mic asking for check-ins.
This is Kilo Echo 8 Uniform Lima Charlie, KE8 ULC, Kurt, calling Niagara Falls.
Go ahead, Kurt. We'll go one at a time now.
I just wanted to shout out to our club member James at KE8PWT. He helped me put up a disc cone antenna, helped me set up a Linko, what is it, DR600 2-meter 440, so that I can keep myself active after I get a hip replaced here this Thursday. If anybody's had an interior hip replacement, I'd be happy to hear how it went for them.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. Was there anybody that's listening to the net here that had checked in or is going to check in, had a hip replacement like what Kurt is talking about there? Could you comment on it? This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Well, Kurt, I don't hear anybody. A few of the guys had knee replacements, and so, but I don't know of any of the club members that got a hip replacement. So, I don't know. Over.
Again, thank you for sharing the best we could. And then once again, thanks to James for setting me up so I have radio to talk while recovering. All right, back to you, John.
Okay, Kurt, thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Alpha Victor Delta, Tony in the Merriman Valley.
Go ahead, Tony, with your comments.
Got a few. First off, Frank, can you give us shack dates and times for the 10-meter contest?
Frank was saying like between 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock on Sunday.
Roger that. Copy. Alright, next up, Kilo Foxtrot 8 Alpha X-Ray Michael Rich. I'm sorry I never reached out to you. If you are listening, please give me an email at kf8abv@yahoo.com, and we can either set up a eyeball QSO or a simplex QSO. Sorry for overstaying my welcome. Can you give me the 6-meter net info again.
The Sunday evening one, or this net when it's on the first Monday, or the 9:30 net, the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Monday, first Monday of the month, 9:30 net. Which one?
That would be the Sunday.
Oh, okay. That's on the N8XPK 6-meter repeater, and the net starts at 7 p.m., 7 in the evening, and it has various inputs according to the PL tone. Either 136.5 Richfield, that might be the best one for you, or 114.8 from Medina. You could try either of those two, see which one you can hit better. Over.
Got that. So what's the base?
Okay, you would transmit on 52.170 and receive on 53.170.
Roger, roger. Thank you very much.
Okay, Tony, thanks for checking in and for asking about that. Very good. I'm the net control for that Sunday evening net on the second and fourth Sundays, and then Brian, KFAG, is net control on the first, third, and if there's a fifth Sunday, he's the net control station. Thanks for asking, at 73, and have a good evening. Okay, this is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, asking for check-ins.
Recheck W8EZT.
Recheck KEAQ.
Okay, we'll take Frank first, W8EZT, recheck. Go ahead.
Thanks, John. To the gentleman asking about the event at the clubhouse Sunday, yes, we're probably planning on doing it from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. later if the band is open and people are interested. By all means, email our vice president, who's going to head this up, Anthony, K8ZT, Kilo 8 Zulu Tango, at cfarc.org, and let us know you're going to be out there. It's, as I say, this is the first time we'll have this antenna on the air. There's going to be some experimenting and some learning, but it should be a fun time. You'll have a chance to check out the clubhouse. So anybody interested in that, please email them. And yes, as far as the picnic or the Christmas dinner this Thursday, at this point we don't have a planned scheduled meeting. I think Anthony's got some short presentations, and I've got a couple of pictures, and we'll put something together. I'm sure it'll be a good time, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody there. That's all I got. Back to that W8EZT.
Okay, Frank, thanks. KE8Q, go ahead, John, with your recheck.
Roger, thank you. I just happened to think I got a catalog from DX Engineering with it's got all the ham radio gear and stuff in it. I found out the one I had was different than the one that that guy that's out there at Streetsboro. Got the shop, got all the equipment out there. It's different catalogs than the one they send you, so I'm not sure where that comes from. Anyway, I thought I'd pass that on in case you're trying to order anything. This KEAQ73.
Okay, John, thanks. KE8Q, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Have a good evening, and we'll talk with you next time. Okay, so this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins.
8 KVI, in and out.
Oh, echo. Okay, I got KE8KVI, Ron, in and out, and there was somebody along with him. Go ahead.
November 8, Romeo, Kilo, Echo.
November 8, Romeo, Kilo, Echo. Kilo, Echo. Go ahead.
Well, good evening. I'm just passing through with just a quick in and out. Just I'd give you a number here. Name is Larry. I'm located in North Royalton. That's it. RKE back to that control.
Okay, Larry. Very good. Thanks for the check-in here. Your number 17. Very good. That's one for the numbers here. Okay, this is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, asking for check-ins.
Recheck.
Go ahead, recheck.
This is KF8 ABD, and I just wanted to say, as a new ham operator, it's really nice to hear rechecks and people answering each other and doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, very good. Thanks, Tony. Thanks. Okay. Very good. This is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, asking for check-ins. There was somebody scratchy in there. I want to try again. I can't quite pick you out. Try it again there. Okay, well, I didn't hear anything that time. Thanks for trying, though. Okay, this is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, asking for check-ins. Okay, not hearing any at this time. I'll repeat the announcements. Okay, so a lot of the people that checked into this net might be interested in this. There's a general license exam preparation that's going to be, I guess it's online, and it starts January 12th and it ends February 16th. So go to our website, www.cfarc.org, and look for that general license exam preparation. And so that has helped a lot of technicians to get their general license. So give that a shot there. Let's see. And the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Christmas dinner is this Thursday. And so there's a link on the website at www.cfarc.org to sign up so that we know how many are going to be at the restaurant. Let's see. And as Frank just mentioned, there's a
10-meter contest on, I think it's on Saturday and Sunday, but the clubhouse will be open for operation. So if you want to operate that contest and you don't have the equipment at your house and you're a technician, you can go to the clubhouse and operate there on 10 meters for the 10-meter contest from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock on Sunday.
Recheck John, W8ECT.
Go ahead, Frank.
You must email Anthony first, K8CT, Zulu Tango, at cfark.org. We're not going to open it up unless we've got at least one person interested, so we need to hear if you're going to be out there. All I got, John, back to you, W8ECT.
Yeah, that's right, people. Okay, Frank said, email Anthony, K8ZT, that's Kilo 8 Zulu Tango, Kilo 8 Zulu Tango at CFARC.org. Wait a minute. Wait, let me check that email.
cfark.org, K8ZT at cfark.org, CFARC.org.
That's right. I don't know what I was thinking. Kilo 8 Zulu Tango at CFARC.org. Send him an email message so that because if nobody sends him an email message, we're not going to bother with that activity. That's Kilo 8 Zulu Tango at CFARC.org to operate on 10 meters on Sunday from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock, or any time in between there. Okay, let's see, that's all that I have in the way of announcements. So this is Whiskey 8, Victor, Papa Victor, last call for check-ins. Okay, not hearing any. In preparing to close this net, I would like to thank all of you who took the time to join us and check in tonight. Without your participation, there would be no net. This has been John, and my call is W03X, and it's been my pleasure to host this evening's net. At this time, I will close the net with 18 check-ins counting myself and return the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor closing the net at 9:29 p.m. local time, 7/3, and the 10-meter net will be starting in about 1 minute.
7-3 is John, KEAQ. Good night.
Good night, John. 7-3. This is W03X.
The band exploration net meets every Monday evening at 9:30 p.m., preceded by the VHF UHF net at 8:30 and amateur radio Newsline at 8:01. Refer to the calendar for the band and frequency of this band exploration net, which is on 6 meters on the first Monday of a month. It's on 10 meters on the second Monday of a month. It's on 40 meters on the third Monday, and it's on 80 meters, 40 meters on the third Monday, and 80 meters on the fourth Monday. And if there's a fifth Monday, like there will be this month, it's on some other band. This month it's going to be on the December 30th net will be on 160 meters and on or about 1887 kilohertz, and we're going to use amplitude modulation, that's AM. So that's on December 30th at 9:30 on or about 1887 kilohertz. Okay, so let's see here. And when checking in, please give your call repeated phonetically, followed by your name and your location. Also, let me know if you have any comments or traffic for the net, or if you're just checking in and out. I will start with announcements, and then call for officers or members who have items of special interest to the club. On this net here, we'll just go one at a time on the check-ins. So when all have checked in, I'll repeat the announcements. After that, I'll give one last call for check-ins and then close the net. So here are the announcements. Let's see here. The Christmas party is this Thursday at the New Era Restaurant. So go to our website, www.cfarc, and click on the link for the party to let us know how many are going to attend. And let's see, also in the newsletter, another announcement is the general license exam preparation. That will start January 12th and goes to February 16th. And let's see if that's on the website here. Let's see here. Net standby. Well, the general license exam preparation is in the newsletter that just came out today, so look for that. So you can obtain some help in getting your general license, being able to pass that test. So then there's another announcement. And that is, we have gotten an antenna set up at the clubhouse, and the 10-meter contest is on Saturday and Sunday. And so if anybody's interested in operating on 10 meters on Sunday, send an email message to Anthony, that's Kilo 8 Zulu Tango, K8ZT, at cfarc.org. K8ZT at cfarc.org to let him know that you're interested in operating on 10 meters at the clubhouse on Sunday, sometime between 10 o'clock in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. So that we can open that up and get the equipment going. Okay, let's see if there's any other announcements. Let's see, that's all that I have in the way of announcements. So this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W03X at the mic, asking for officers or members who have items of special interest. Okay, not hearing any. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins.
Evening, John. Please check in W8EZT.
W8EZT. Go ahead, Frank. We'll just go one at a time here. There's no pile-up or anything.
Yeah, one-person pile-up's pretty easy to work through. Well, again, I just want to say thanks for all your help Sunday. I couldn't have done it without you. But as you said, we got the antenna up. We're ready to go. When on the 2-meter net, when I kind of snickered and said I got the end on, I butchered it up somehow. When I tried to do some analysis, it was clearly shorted. I was able to move the cable around and found a point where it was open, and I was able to do some antenna analysis. And the antenna will work, but I'm going to go up there to hack the old one off and put a new one on and use a little bit more care this time. So we will be ready to operate Sunday if there are people out there. And, well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about that foam. It's easier to cause a short, you know?
Yeah, they should almost send you these little foam discs that hold the conductor in the center. Apparently when I soldered it in there, I got the connector too hot. And normally when I use foam, I'll have a wet paper towel near me, and as soon as I get the soldering done and the connector drops below the melt point of solder, I'll put it down in the moisture to cool it down real quick. But didn't do it this time. So I'll be there tomorrow morning or tomorrow early afternoon and take care of it.
Okay, very good. Thanks. Yeah, that worked out pretty well there on Sunday there. So, and it looks pretty neat too.
Yeah, I do have to say, I was looking at the pictures tonight, trying to get some ready for the newsletter, which isn't going to make it this month, but it looks like actually a pretty professionally done operation there. Also, we have a trash can for the upstairs. Our secretary, Jim Owens, dropped one off today. I'm going to run it up there tomorrow at the same time, so we do have a trash can up there.
Oh, okay, yeah, very good. Very good. Okay, so thanks for checking in, and have a good evening there, and I hope you get some activity there for Sunday.
All right, Jim, listen to me. John, thanks so much again, and you want to see 2 or 3 people there. You know, all you need is some kind of ham license. We can, if you want to work outside the technician bands on 10 meters, we'll be up there as control operators, so you can go actually all over the place if you want to work something else. But, all right, I'll hand it back to you then. W8EZT, back to net.
Okay, Frank, thanks for checking in. 73, have a good evening there. Okay, this is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, asking for check-ins.
K8PU.
K8PU, go ahead, Larry.
Yeah, nothing exciting, but I will mention again, Ken Cormack passed away. I was friends with him on and never got any notice. It's funny, I just checked his page, and folks on there, I said something like he passed away, I think it was last Monday or something, and KE8VPF, and like a fool, like most people, when they pass away, I delete the friend page thing, and I did that. I was thinking, should have hung on to it, because I figured it'd be an obituary or something, but so far I haven't seen any obituary or anything about it. But anyways, being a veteran, I'm sure he'll be buried out at Redmond, and he probably didn't have a lot of bucks, so maybe there was won't be any funeral or any ceremony about it. Be my guess, but I'll keep watching, and I shouldn't have deleted that, because a couple friends of his did make comments, and that was it. Okay, back to you, John. Catch you next week. W8VPV, KCS.
Okay, Larry. Yeah, that's sad there. Yeah, he wasn't at any of the recent activities, and like the year before last, he was at the club picnic, but he wasn't there this past summer. So maybe his health was going down at that time. Okay, thanks for letting me know. I'll see if I can find something about him. Okay, so thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins.
KA8WTK.
KA8WTK. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, not much new since 2 meters. Wasn't that long ago. But now I just elaborate on that companion radio that I was poking around in. It's all Lochtel tubes, which many hams today don't even know what a Lochtel tube is. They might know what a tube is, but not a Lochtel. And that was, they were just coming into popularity, looking toward the war effort, because here were tubes that could be plugged in, and they would stay connected because they sort of locked. They kind of snapped into position. And just before the miniature tubes, 7 and 8 pin miniature tubes took over the radio world. So it's kind of a unique radio. Back to net, W8VPV, KA8WTK.
Yeah, very good, Bill. Let's see, for the Maslin Ham Fest, my brother came from Carnegie, Pennsylvania, and I had asked him to bring our father's old amplifier, homemade amplifier, audio amplifier, and the Heathkit FM2 broadcast band, FM broadcast band receiver. And so I had a tube tester with me, which I ran off of an inverter while at the Hamfest. So I tested all the tubes, and and it has some Lochtel tubes, and all the Lochtel tubes were still good. The only tube that was bad was one of the octal tubes, the 6AC7, and so I bought one of those, and from the guy there at the Hamfest, that guy that sells all those, he has all those tubes, and so he had a 6AC7, and so I got that FM2, Heathkit FM2 receiver working, and so when we go to Carnegie for our Christmas visit, I'll take that back and I got the audio amplifier put back in order. There were some wires that were added, and I'm not sure what was going on there. Like it was in the wrong spot to be an output like for earphones or something. But anyhow, the old local tubes were still good.
Yeah, it's amazing how long tubes last, and unlike today's modern equipment, you could unplug a tube, check it. If it was bad, you put another one in there, and away you went again. And today it's okay, circuit board's bad, but you can't even get another one, or the chips that are made as transistors and things that go in there, they just aren't made anymore. They're almost obsolete before we as consumers get a hold of stuff. So there's something to be said for the way we used to do things.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, this homemade audio amplifier, it has it uses the circuit that the ICO HF60 audio amplifier had. It has a 6SN7 for the phase inverter, phase splitter, whatever you call it, and which has an 18,000 ohm cathode resistor. Both cathodes were connected together, and the one grid is connected to the other grid through a 1 meg ohm resistor, and then straight on the far end of that 1 meg ohm resistor has a 0.25 microfarad capacitor to ground. And so they call that a long-tailed phase inverter, and that's what that's how they get that phase splitting, 180 degrees out of phase from one tube one output tube to the other. So it was interesting to see that circuit there. So I'll be putting an audio generator on that, and then the voltage feedback is adjustable, and I'll set it so that it's only about 10 dB of voltage feedback, and then I'll put a proper capacitor in parallel with that so that the gain goes as well before the phase goes to 180 degrees, because otherwise the thing will oscillate. Over?
Yeah, if it flips all the way over, it'll run away. You got to watch with a lot of this old stuff, the power supply caps. I've had numerous radios that you bring up on a variac slowly, and you think, hey, the power supply's good, the caps are still good, maybe, and 15 minutes later they go, and you're done. They puke all over the inside of the radio, and you got to go get and figure out some new capacitors for it. So usually, and what I'll do with this radio is all of the capacitors will be changed out, and I'll measure as many of the resistors as I can, and make sure that they're still in spec. I'd like to get it back working again. Even though there's nothing to listen to really on AM radio anymore, I'd like to get the radio running again.
Okay, Bill. Yeah, very good. And yeah, this audio amplifier, two of the capacitors are not electrolytic, so they'll be good. So that's all I have in a way of that thing. So thanks for checking in this evening, and have a good evening. Do you have any other comments, Bill?
Nope, not tonight, John. You have a pleasant evening. If I don't talk to you again, have a Merry Christmas. KA8WTK.
Okay, Bill. Yeah, Merry Christmas, and Have a good evening and a good week. Okay, so we'll clear with KA8WTK. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John W3X at the mic asking for check-ins. I'm going to switch to the beam antenna pointed up toward Peninsula there and see if I can get Steve there, K8HMS. Let's stand by. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. K8HMS, are you in there? This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Okay, I don't hear Steve, so I'm going to go back to the vertical antenna. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins. Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins. Okay, well, not hearing any. I'll repeat the announcements, and then I'll give another last call for check-ins. Okay, so this Thursday is the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Christmas dinner at the New Era restaurant. So there is a link in the well, let's check on the website here. There's a link on the website. The right side, December 12th holiday dinner. Please sign up here. So it's right on our website, www.cfarc.org. Go to that. It's right on the front page, toward the right side where it says next meetings, and for the holiday dinner. Let's see, and then I think it was in the newsletter that there is a general license class exam preparation on Sundays from January 12th to February 16th. To sign up for that, go to tiny.cc/beahamg. So that's tiny.cc/beahamg. And to sign up for those general license exam preparations. Let's see, so that's online. And let's see, so there was KAPU noticed that Ken Cormack had passed away. That he was KE8DPF. That's Kilo Echo 8. The Alpha Papa Foxtrot has passed away. Okay, and let's see, on this Sunday coming is the 10-meter contest. Well, it's actually on Saturday and Sunday. but we will open up the clubhouse for anybody who wants to operate on 10 meters from around anytime between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So send an email message to k8zt@cfarc.org. I'll say that phonetically. That's Kilo 8 Zulu Tango at Charlie Foxtrot Alpha Romeo Charlie.org. k8zt@cfarc.org to sign up for that, so that we can, so that we know that somebody will want to operate at the clubhouse. We got the antenna up, and it will be ready to roll there on Sunday. Okay, that's all that I have in the way of announcements. So this is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, last call for check-ins. Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, last call for check-ins. Okay, well, in preparing to close this net, I would like to thank all of you who took the time to join us and check in tonight. As mentioned earlier, this band exploration net meets every Monday at 9:30 p.m. Next week, the frequency will be on 40 meters on or about 7.187 megahertz. We usually end up going maybe 7.2 something, a little bit right above 7.2, but we could be around 7.187, but there's usually some activity right near that frequency, so we go up to 7.2. And that frequency will be announced at the end of the VHF-UHF net. So please feel free to check in regularly, even if only for a moment. All comments are welcomed and valuable to us. This has been John, and my call is W8VPV, and it's been my pleasure to host this evening's net. At this time, I will close the net and return the frequency to normal and customary amateur radio use. This is Whiskey Victor Papa Victor closing the net at 10 p.m. local time with 4 check-ins, counting myself. 73